Good morning. Good morning. It is Thursday, November the 21st, and believe it or not, it's actually sunny outside. It is freezing cold. There's frost on the fences and the gate, and it was strong wind last night. But thank God, no damage. Thank you, Lord, for protecting us. I pray that everyone else got through the night okay as well. We're going to go into the King James Bible, 2 Kings chapter 12. In the 7th year of Jehoash began to reign. After 40 years reigned he in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Zibiah of Beersheba. And Joash did that which was right in the sight of the Lord all his days, wherein Jehoiada the priest instructed him. But the high places were not taken away. The people still sacrificed and burnt incense in the high places. And Jehoash said to the priests, all the money of the dedicated things that is brought into the house of the Lord, even the money of every one that passeth the account, the money that every man is set at, and all the money that come into the man's heart to bring into the house of the Lord, let the priests take it to them, every man of his acquaintance, and let them repair the breaches of the house, wherever any breach shall be found. But it was so, that in the 23rd year of King Joash, the priests had not repaired the breaches of the house. Then King Joash called for Jehoiada the priest, and the other priests, and said unto them, why repair ye not the breaches of the house? Now therefore, receive no more money of your acquaintance, but deliver it to the breaches of the house. And the priest consented to receive no more money of the people, neither to repair the breaches of the house. Excuse me. But Jehoiada the priest took a chest and bore a hole in the lid of it, and set it beside the altar on the right side, as one cometh into the house of the Lord. And the priests that kept the door put therein all the money that was brought into the house of the Lord. And it was so, when they saw that there was much money in the chest, that the king's scribe and the high priest came up, and they put it in bags, and told the money that was found in the house of the Lord. And they gave the money, being told, into the hands of them that did the work, that had the oversight of the house of the Lord. And they laid it out to the carpenters and builders that wrought upon the house of the Lord, and to masons and hewers of stone, and to buy timber and hewed stone to repair the breaches of the house of the Lord, for all that was laid out for the house to repair it. Howbeit there were not made for the house of the Lord bowls of silver, snuffers, basins, trumpets, any vessels of gold or vessels of silver, of the money that was brought of the house of the Lord. But they gave that to the workmen, and repaired therewith the house of the Lord. Moreover, they reckoned not with the men, into whose hand they delivered the money, to be bestowed on workmen, for they dealt faithfully. The trespass money and the sin money was not brought into the house of the Lord, it was the priests. Then Hazael king of Syria went up and fought against Gath and took it. And Hazael set his face to go up to Jerusalem. And Joash king of Judah took all the hallowed things that Jehoshaphat and Jehoram and Uzziah, his fathers, kings of Judah, had dedicated, and his own hallowed things, and all the gold that was found in the treasures of the house of the Lord and in the king's house, and sent it to Hazael king of Syria. And he went away from Jerusalem. And the rest of the acts of Joash and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? And his servants arose and made a conspiracy, and slew Joash in the house of Milo, which goeth down to Silla. For Jozachar the son of Shemath, and Jozabad the son of Shemar, his servant, smote him, and he died. And they buried him with his fathers in the city of David. And Amaziah, his son, reigned in his stead. Makes you wonder why he had to be so insistent on using that money and the priest didn't. But he didn't punish him or anything. I mean, eventually they managed to get the money. And Jehoiada, the priest, had put a box up with a hole in it so people put money in the box, and that was the money they used. He wanted the building repaired, the temple repaired, but when it came to being threatened by the king of Syria, he gathered up everything, all the gold. It meant nothing to him, and he gave it to the king of Syria to go away and not attack Jerusalem, which he did. But then his own servants turned against him. So he walked in the way of the Lord, but he didn't get rid of the high places where people still made sacrifices and burnt incense. And he tried to restore the temple, which he kind of succeeded at doing, but he lost all the treasures to the king of Syria without a fight. So it was a kind of incomplete faith in the Lord, wasn't it? It was like a half-hearted attempt. He pleased nobody in the end. I just wonder if he pleased God, because he allowed so much to happen and he was a little bit lax. I mean, when the king makes an order, use this money to repair the temple, and they kind of ignored him twice. He lacked authority, but he reigned for 40 years. So it's kind of weird, isn't it? You try to please people, and I guess that's what he was doing, try to appease people, the priests of the temple, the common man, they want to have their high places and burn their incense and sacrifices. It doesn't really hurt, but, I need to keep the temple going at the same time. You cannot satisfy Mammon and God at the same time. You either hate one or love the other, or love one and hate the other. And this is clear, isn't it? And look at his fate. He was killed by his servants. They smote him and he died. And then his son takes over, Amaziah. So we'll see what happens there. You cannot be half-hearted in your support of God. You've got to be all the way, because he loves you, and I love you too. Have a great day. Apparently there's a chance of snow tomorrow, so be ready. And if there is snow on the ground in the morning and you go to work, please take care. All right? Please take care. Bye for now. I'll speak to you tomorrow.